of Almighty Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. This video is advice to my brothers in Islam, Yasir Qadhi Mohammed Hijab, bro.Saajid, and also as a response to Dr.Jay Smith David Wood, Daniel Rimback, Christian Prince, apostate Muslim, and the rest of them. I want to tell you in the world that Yasir Qadhi is not infallible, that he cannot make mistake. Yasir Qadhi can make mistake or he is liable to making mistake like any individual or like any of us. If prophets could make mistake, and if disciples could make mistake, it is Yasir Qadhi that cannot make mistake. If anybody that thinking that way, then that means you are not in your real mind. Yasir Qadhi talked based on what he learned from the university. I don't know which university he went to, but I'm sure he was talking based on what he learned from the university. He did not go to any Arabic university to get all the real sources and put them together to make his response to Brother Mohammed Hijab. And Brother Mohammed Hijab also made a mistake. Because if he were really schooled in that area, I don't think he was going to be asking questions like that. Show me the one that is in heaven. No. It was a very common thing that we said. It's in one of my videos that I made. Prophet Muhammad made this thing clear to you and I. That the Quran was revealed in 7 letters. I made a video about it. Please check for the video, you will find it. If you are knowing that hadith, I don't think you're going to have this problem. The common answer to that question was all are correct and all are in heaven. All are correct and all are in heaven. Even all the other recitations or Quran they are making, they are all in heaven. They are all Quran reading. What do you want to make things complex for yourself when the answer is just a common thing that anybody can answer the question? Yasir Qadhi did not make mistake. He talked based on what he knew. And from the Western ideology on Islam and how they understand things. Not from the real source of Islam, such as Azhar University or in Cairo or the Islamic University in Medina and the rest of them. We are product of Azhar University in Cairo. It could be our fee. So, and again, brother Saajid Lifan, he make a mistake by attacking Yasir Qadhi by saying Yasir Qadhi has damaged the Islam. He has caused more damage to Islam. Who told you that? The man did not cause any damage to Islam. Islam does not even need anybody to defend it. The Islam defended itself from since 14 centuries ago. You have it in your hand. Prophet Muhammad told us in the hadith that, and the hadith was narrated by a Sahabi who is called Abi Najih al-Irbad bin Sariyah. He said that Prophet Muhammad gave a very articulated and powerful sermon, or articulated and powerful sermon, powerful sermon, and that the heart were in fears, and that the eyes dropped tears. And what did the Prophet say in the hadith? in that Simon. Prophet said to the Muslim of that day that were present during that Simon, Usikum bitaqwallah. The hadith is quoted from Abu Hurairah. Usikum bitaqwallah. Wasama wa ta'a. I want you, or I'm advising you to be pious, to be God-fearing, and to be people that will hear the word of Allah and they will obey it. Even if you have been ruled or led by an Abyssinian slave, even if your caliphate that day is an Abyssinian slave, you should only be somebody that would hear him and obey him. The prophet continued to say that among you that will live for long after me, there will be a lot of differences. Lot of what? Lot of differences. Lot of what again? Lot of differences. But he gave her the answer. Then he said, فَعَلَيْكُمْ بِسُنَّتِي وَسُنَّةِ الْخُلَفَاءِ الرَّاشِدِينَ الْمَهْدِيِّينَ. Then if you see that differences, that lot of differences, there will be a lot of differences between you in narratives, in qira'at, in anything. What you need to do, you need to follow my tradition, in the tradition of my full caliphate, the guidance and righteous ones. Then he did not stop there. He said, what do be nawajis? Hold your last tooth in your mouth. Your mullah. Press your mullah on it, meaning hold it strong that you shouldn't let it go for anything. Question was answered. Meaning all the things that you see in here and there, prophet talk about it. Not even any other source that you may refer to. Prophet himself gave a revelation about it. So you don't want a revelation to have been fulfilled. And your reason, bro.Saajid Lefam, your reason of getting very angry and making this kind of statement on your brother was because you feel that those you are talking to, they are not Muslims, and maybe you're thinking because you're talking to them, you're making a point about what can make them to accept Islam religion. No, they are not becoming Muslims by your will. And God answered that one when he talked to Prophet Muhammad in Surah Al-Qasas. That's it. Quran chapter 28 verse 56. What Allah said to Prophet Muhammad there, when Prophet Muhammad was praying that he wanted Umar ibn Asir to have become a Muslim, but Allah chose Umar ibn Khattab. God told him, إِنَّكَ لَا تَعْدِي مَنْ حَبَبْتَ وَلَكِنَّ اللَّهَ يَهْدِي مَنْ يَشَاءُ. You, Muhammad, you do not guide whosoever you love, but God guides whosoever he wishes to guide that person. Wallahu a'lam bil mu'tadin. And he knows that those that will be guided. Do you think you're doing anything, my brother? Nothing you are doing. Nothing you are doing. It's the work of Allah. You are only those to make them to hear. That is your responsibility, and that's the end. Whether the whole world believing in Allah or the whole world become kafir, that is not your business. It's not your business. That's Allah business. He will make people to follow the righteousness that he wished them to enter his paradise. That you make problem with your friends, brothers, or that you make this kind to make that something serious took place. What is serious took place? The man was saying in his mind, and he knows he made mistake. Later on, he discovered that he made mistake. And one time in one of my Simons or one of my lectures somewhere among people that are not Muslims, I told them that I have zero interest in having any one of them to convert into Islam. And majority of everyone were Christians. You know my reason? You and I understand, maybe you feel that I made a mistake. Even myself, when I made that statement, I thought I made a mistake. But after long thinking about it, I did not make any mistake. Because Allah, and after researching and reading in the Quran, I really found the answer that the statement that I'm making is in real place. It's not wrong. Because Allah says in the Quran that Man yahtadi fa innama yahtadi li nafsihi. Man yahtadi fa innama yahtadi li nafsihi. He who is guided, he's been guided for himself. Wa man dalla fa innama yadullu alayha. And he who is misguided, he is being misguided to himself. وَلَا تَزِيرُ وَازِرَةٌ وِزْرَ أُخْرَى. No sinner or no carrier of a burden will carry the burden of another person. وَمَا كُنَّا مُعَذِّبِينَ حَتَّى نَبْعَثَ رَسُولًا. And we were not going to punish anybody except we say prophet to them. You and I, we are prophet to the people. If they do not want to take it, fine. That's it. And God told that Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu, you are not to impose yourself on the people. No. Just give the word, share the word of God with them. If they take it, fine. If they did not take it, fine. And coming to our other side, the people from the other side, like Dr.Jay Smith, David Wood, and the rest of them, we continue to tell you that the narrative, the many narratives that the brother was talking about, Yasir Qadhi was talking about, that there was a hole in the narrative. There's no hole in the narratives. You are reading it. You are reading it. It's in your hand. They are all in your hand. And they are all coming from Islamic source. And let me tell you one thing. That is to prove to you that Islam is based on truth. It's based on truth, not on deception as a Christianity. That's why you find all the answers from our sources. That we're not hiding anything. Islam solves everything. And some of you say, oh, the Quran is not preserved because they go to eat some pieces and other pieces were not accepted by Usman. Who's supposed to who we supposed to follow as a Muslim now, Usman? The direct follower of Prophet Muhammad and his disciple that he said we must follow his tradition, the tradition of the people. Usman was the best person to have compiled the Quran than any other person. Now, Abdullah bin Masud, now Ubayd, not any other person. But Usman, because he was sitting in the seat of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, on the throne, the throne of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That somebody else could do it. We want to believe that. And he was right to have burned the one that were not correct. You must talk about that. You people should talk about that. Why your people did with the gospel of Barnabas? What they did with the gospel of Judah, the gospel of Mary Magdalene, and all other James, all other gospels that are not in the Bible you carry today. What happened to them? You did not go in meeting in the meeting or doing the Nisi Creed and come down that those gospels, those many gospels that do not be accepted in the Bible because you thought it was wrong. Usman saw this Quran on these verses that they were not authenticated enough to have been part of the Quran. That's why he never took the one that he did not carry them. And the God being to eat some of those verses, Quran defended itself. And God even defended Usman in the same Quran. That comes in the Quran chapter 2 verse 106 when Allah said in the Quran, when he said, if we omit or erase any verse or we make the people to forget about any verse in the Quran, we will bring a verse better than it or like it. Did you read that, Mr. J. Smith or Mr. David Wood? And you never read that in the Quran? You wanted to Qira'at. That's what is about the Qira'at? Nothing is about it. Nothing is about it. So, Quran told you that You don't think the Quran, you think that we don't understand the Quran was built for faith. We Muslims understand that some of the Quran verses are going to be omitted and some of them are going to be forgotten. Because God Quran said it. So any Islam Muslim will understand that. If they're not going to forget about those verses that were about stoning, if they're not going to forget about it, Aisha said it, if they're not going to forget about the goat, we're not going to, God would they have eaten those verses? And God said it. And because they forgot, it will be forgotten. Quran is prepared for that. That had nothing to do with preservation of the Quran. And Muslims are prepared for that. Then you want to make it as case is that case. And I'm telling you, I continue to challenge you guys. And I know you can watch my video. David Wood, you can watch my video. You not watch my video. You, Dr.Jay Smith, you have watched my video. You are watching it. I know very well. And the challenge still come back to you. Bring textual variants. That's what we want to see. Now all the qira'at you got, the 11 qira'at you say you got, bring them. And put down and take a word from one of the Quran and check in another Quran. If you don't find it, that word has been changed, then that what we call a contradiction, textual variant. But you can never find it. Bring it. And I challenge you. I've been putting challenge to you. And you always talk about 93,000 variants, or how to call it, differences in one Qira'at. We told you we don't know about these differences in Qira'at. And we are waiting, bring it before we can answer you. It's not like your book. What I said just now, you'll find it in the Bible. For instance, the death of Jairus, the death of Jairus' daughter in the Bible. What really happened? When you talk about textual variant, that is real textual variant. Matthew 9, chapter 9, verse 18 is saying that he came to Jesus when his daughter had died. And in Mark chapter 5, verse 27 is saying she was at the point of death. Which one? That is the contradiction. They didn't say one thing. But you're not going to find that in the Quran. That making you vexed. That will make you angry and you will never find it. And we are challenging you to bring those things. And you will not bring it. It's been overdue that you've been talking. You got 93,000 from the research in London, 5,000 in Quran, from Australia, 5,000. Bring them. They will tell you. They will teach you. We want to teach you. We are tested for teaching you, Mr. Man. Yasir Qadhi did not do anything wrong. He talked for himself. He didn't talk that he was representing the Islamic position on those Qira'at. When he made mention that there's a lot of holes in the narratives, he was saying that from his background. And he called that education for you people in the Western world. That is not in the Arab world, where is the base of Islam. It's not there. Because 1,440 years ago, nobody has made any statement like that. So he made a mistake, and he understands that. And I know he will apologize to the people. So nobody should take that as any problem against him. So my beloved brothers and sisters, I want to tell you this. I want to end with you with the artist. My brothers that do not want the things that happen to Islam today she didn't happen. No, you are wrong. Nothing is happening to Islam. Islam is not going nowhere. Nothing is being changed about Islam. People are converting in Islam per day, per hour, per seconds. But you also will be prepared. The Prophet Muhammad said that hadith to you and that hadith is the hadith called Ja al-Islam ghariba wa sayauda ghariba tuba lil-ghuraba. The religion came strange and it should return back strange. And the paradise part of the Tuba will be for those that will rectify the mistakes when the people are wrong, when the people are going astray, those that will guide them to the righteousness. And I'm asking Allah to bestow His blessing upon every one of us. If you like this video, please press the like. If you dislike it, you can also press dislike. And I'm asking everyone to subscribe to my video so they can receive my new videos. And also to Muslims specifically, that will be receive the word from Allah for supporting our channel. As I greet you in peace in Islam. Assalamu.